Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as the Netherlands. Let us continue on from where we last left off. Germany, alliance, -8. We'll keep improving relations with you. You'll say yes one day. So the Austrians got destroyed in a war. Still friends with like a lot of people, surprisingly, and they're still actually a great power. Because I think at this point, the great powers, yeah, are basically firmly established. These are probably going to be who's going to be the great powers to the end. Except for probably Austria-Hungary. They're probably going to get dismantled in a great war at some point. I would be surprised if they don't. Like, we can't do it quite yet. But it will happen soon enough. Is there any naval bases we can expand? You're all level 3s here. Is there a shortcut for this? No, I don't believe so, unfortunately. So we'll expand. It's going to be a little bit expensive for sure. But it will give us a little bit more colonial power and also allow us to build more units. Probably actually want to send... The fleets here should come back to Amsterdam. It probably doesn't want to be hanging out down in the middle of the colonies for no reason. Expand on Zanzibar. Expand over here. I think right now, you know, things are going quite well for the Dutch Empire. You guys hang out here. Expand. Now I gotta find out where I even put the ports. I don't know if you didn't build one here yet, which is a real shame. Where is the port? Okay, the port is in this province. Italy is already at war. They're at war with the Austrians. I can guarantee that. I'm like 99% sure. Because Austria, yeah, shouldn't have an army. They have what? 6 divisions. The Italians have 22. You still would not accept. When do you come back? 7th of November? I know this will hold on here for a few days. Can I ally you? You would accept an alliance. So we'll do that. We're then going to accept your war. And you would accept a war against the Austrians. So that will benefit us a lot. It also completely crush all Austrian hopes and dreams. And maybe Germany will, yeah, you would accept. There's also a war with the Ottomans, apparently, as well. We don't border any territory. Germany actually does with the Ottomans, slightly. Wait, Germany went at war with the Sudanese again? They're demanding this province. Okay. You know, so they're getting stuff done. But Austria really can't survive this war. With 10.5 infantry, I don't even think there's anything I want to demand. Italy will probably demand some more territory for sure, just because they will have the capacity to do so. We just got the Dark Continent. Okay. So, the Saharan frontier, which I think just gives us some territory. Everybody becomes very dumb, but we do get some prestige out of it. Oh yeah, no, that is a nice chunk of territory. We can also create a colony in Niger. So that's good for us. I mean, that's a good piece of land, I will admit. But we actually are the first ones to have it. Which means we could be the first ones to colonize. If nobody else has the... Okay, the Germans do. But just Germany having it is fine. It's really when Britain and the French get involved that there's a little bit more trouble. Okay, apparently there is a jihad going on in Indonesia. There's a crisis going on. Germany's discovered Great War. So that should allow us to actually ally more than one great power now. And Persia, we can put into our sphere. Is there anybody who we want as an ally? Because apparently there's a crisis brewing, but I don't think it affects us because we're not in the war. It's against Chile and the South. And that's fine. America, can we ally with you? Cannot be formed when a crisis is active. Okay, fair enough. I mean, Austria-Hungary, very much dead. And you know what? We'll send this stack up to the north, because that's where, if these guys rebel, another country's going to pop up, so that seems fine. Build navy. You could build some ironclads as well. They're not as good. How many colonial power? You have 1,200 colonial power. You have 500. So what I'm seeing from this is we cannot compete at all with Britain or anybody else, really. How much colonial power does the Germans have? The Germans have 700. So we want to avoid colonizing near Germany as much as possible. Because if they start colonizing somewhere, that's it. We can't do anything. They probably want to colonize here first, because that's going to be an easy take for us. At least until we get a little bit more command power, but I don't think there's really anything we can really do with that. Okay, we'll organize Niger. Grain, cotton. We'll go for livestock. Demand for coffee is ever increasing. Mauritania. Apparently that's just that. And that's okay. I mean, colonizing here would be nice because it would connect Morocco to the rest of our colonies. You only took one province, huh? I mean, I guess that's okay. I would have really liked it if you took a little bit more. But our ally's stronger. You know, you can't complain about that too much. By the way, combine these navies up. We're going to... No, don't split in half. Combine these navies up. We're going to then... all of the men of war. We're just going to send you to, like, Indonesia. Because you're going to be kind of garbage, and you're not valuable. British India, by the way, is absolutely terrifying. But you have no value whatsoever in any European conflict. Germany's taking a lot of territory here. We could support a side. America, why do you not like us? I don't actually know. France is backing you. It's like I would back the Americans, but I'm a little bit scared of the French as well. Go for rehabilitation here. And it does say I'm glad that I have Germany on my side. Okay, so they've gone for white peace, which is actually a failure for the Americans. Expand our naval bases in all of these provinces. So at this point, we should be able to build... No, we need battleships. We need to research this to actually get the battleships. So we'll get that going now. Italy's also colonizing, but Italy colonizing is actually kind of okay. Because that's still going to go to us via our sphere power. So we can take little chunks here and there, but like our colonial area is kind of sorted at this point. Like it sucks that the British are going to take some territory here, but like, we can't compete with them. And their massive consolidation is just insane. But they're not the number one great power, right? No, Germany's still ahead. Actually, by prestige, surprisingly, they're not as industrious as the British quite yet. But if we can get to a situation where we can actually dismantle the British Empire, we're gonna be golden. We're making a lot of money. People are getting their life needs, everyday needs. The thing right now, we can probably cut tariffs down to 0. Social spending would be like a lot of money. Cut naval spending because we're not at war. All Flemish laborers. There's a lot of laborers in the country. So we're going to go for a little bit more social spending. It costs a lot, but that's okay. Increase administration, increase education cost. Like with $2 million, you're in a pretty set position. Lonongo is at war with the British, I imagine. And I have no interest in aiding you in that conflict. I apologize, because I know I did send troops over there to fight before. Yeah, they're creeping ever closer towards us. We'll create like a small protectorate here. Everything else, I think, is kind of immediately lost. It's like we can maybe colonize this region, but we wouldn't be able to beat the Germans. Who's this? Germany colonizing? Yes. So, like, I already immediately think, like, everywhere that could be colonized is already being colonized. Colonize here. I mean, what would be easier for us to take? Probably Cameroon. Like this little strip of land. Because that's going to be probably contested by the British once they take Lenongo, which is, I'm almost certain is going to happen. We want to do you. We want to do you. Get those all done. Sweden, I don't want an alliance. I appreciate your commitment here, but it's not going to happen. Okay. We're still looking pretty good here. Like, I would like to get revenge on the French at some point. I just don't know when that would be able to actually get accomplished. Egypt? I'll say yes for now. You're not in my sphere or anything, but like I don't even know why they would alliance with me. Like I'm not that particularly useful. We have an alliance with Germany. Who else actually even likes us? The answer is essentially absolutely nobody, except for our spherelings in Germany and the Nordic countries. The Nordic countries love us. I don't know what I've done to earn their trust. But we'll see if maybe we can get an alliance with the Americans as well. Because having an alliance with the Americans and the they're 7th in military power. Which actually is kind of bad. Like, the Americans are really strong. They're actually not really strong in anything. All things considered. You would not accept. Government type. Too many alliances. Well, fortunately, our alliance with the Americans is kind of slipping through the cracks. Is there any crises brewing, by the way? There's one happening in Spain. There's some kind of heating up between the British and the French. And if there's a crisis between Britain and France, I would just back whoever Germany backs at that point, because I don't want to go to war with them whatsoever. Education efficiency. I think we do need biologicalism for something in our tree here. I don't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, we definitely want to lose militancy. Because militancy, it's still high. And Austria-Hungary having rebellion issues is very different than, let's say, Italy having rebellion issues. Because let's say if the militant socialist, for example here, if they seize down, let's say, Bohemia, they will actually become an independent country before they switch over Austria-Hungary, I believe. Yeah, I need level 4. You need level 4. But you can only have one per port. Like, battleships are going to be in limited supply for sure. Oh, monitors are actually considered capital ships. Okay. I guess cruisers are considered... Yeah, we did get battleships, but again, we don't have any ports at level 4. And do they need to be core provinces? Because I know sometimes that matters. It doesn't seem like it matters too much here. By the way, does this Asian mine stuff, does it actually increase militancy? It doesn't look like it. But the list might just be so long on what it does that I might just not even show it. Okay, so Germany's taking some territory. They're colonizing down here, but we're not too surprised by that. I mean, we can try colonizing all this region. It would be nice if we could do it. Yeah, Germany's immediately trying to colonize here, which is... Unfortunately, it's just not possible for us to compete. Because we have -7 power here. We can't organize Cameroon. And coffee, apparently it's very rare. Unless we start flooding the market because we're producing so much coffee, which might be the case. That might end up being true. When are you done? You'll be done in May. You'll be finished first, though, unfortunately. Which could prove to be an issue. I know they're still rebelling. Like, who's still rising up? It's mostly people from, like, the Flemish wanting their independence, which we're absolutely not going to give them. Yeah, Germany should win all these fights. The Italians, they're trying their damnedest, but I don't think they'll be able to actually pull it off. Yeah, even then, even with Italy with 300 points, it's not going to be a great power anytime soon. And Germany's going to take over Sudan, which is going to give them a pretty decent chunk of Africa. I mean, we have a pretty decent chunk of Africa ourselves. Like, there is no doubting that. And of course, including the colony down here. Or not our colony, our protectorate, basically. Or our sphereling, whatever you want to call them. Colonial prestige with 10%. War exhaustion goes down. Consciousness in non-colonial territories goes up. That's fine. Let's get this, because this should have been activated in 1836. And it's going to be done in about 6 months. Okay, that's not too bad. Labors are still looking good. Increase every factory that we possibly can. And how are the railroads looking, by the way? Pretty good. I think our... yeah, the capitalists are doing a pretty good job in getting these railroads up and running. So just keep throwing money at them, because it does help us out. Is this in Italy? No, it's in Ethiopia. But I don't think there's any real... I mean, no, I was going to say there's no way for me to get to Ethiopia. There is. Oh, but they're dealing with that on their own. They're actually completely fine. Because they are partially westernized. They're at 60%. Chinks at 55. They're at 40. Is anybody actually... You're at 75, so you're pretty close to westernizing. And of course, we do have this territory over here, which, again, kind of always forget about. So, you know, we'll just expand our ports in these islands as well, just for a little bit more power, of course. Yeah, so you're taking all this. You guys competing for the land actually benefits me. Because if you're competing over there, you are not going to... You have a life rating of 5? That might just automatically be given to, maybe to Spain? I'm not too sure. Oh, but the Italians did take one territory. They took over, Uganda. Oh, no, they didn't. Take over, Rwanda. So good for them. You're still having some rebellion issues, but you've actually gotten an army together, which is unfortunate. And who are you? Militant socialists in Italy, or in France? Italy actually gave up territory to the French. I don't remember exactly... What's they get in return for that? I don't even remember, honestly. The Spanish-Dutch Treaty of Amsterdam in 1842. Gained Bata from Netherlands. Which is this area. So basically, give Spain a colony. I gained 5 life rating and they don't like me. I also gained 2 infamy. You know what? Fine. You can have that little chunk. You know, how about some fruit? Fruit's fun. Which is going to be for more African mines and farms. We now create a colony. And this is basically going to be the extent of our colonial empire. I really don't see what else we could really do with it. Like colonial mode. Unless we can think we can compete with the British. Which we absolutely cannot. I don't even know if there's any open land anymore. Like, all these islands are not... Oh, no, you're uncolonized. But we don't have the naval range to get to you yet. Maybe after another naval base is finished. But this basically, I think, is the last amount of land that is not going to be claimed. We'll do this one for now. But, like, crises. I mean, it's getting... 73% is getting pretty hot. And they can still compete for a while. There's some crisis going on in Austro-Hungary as well. We will target Austro-Hungary for any kind of war, because I'm pretty sure they don't like us, right? They don't like... They actually have, like, no friends whatsoever other than the people that are in their sphere. So there's a crisis in Austro-Hungary. I can't imagine anybody would go along with it. The fact that they're even still a great power amazes me. But they really don't deserve that position at all. And Germany, I would imagine, is going to win this. It's just a matter of time. I mean, they've been putting up good fights, for sure. Much more than I would have expected. Who are you? You're a militant socialist? We could send you up here for the kill. You're not going to give me military... give me military access, please. You know, we'll at least defend this port. If you want to attack us over the river, that's fine. We have +1 defense channel anyways. We will kill the Italian rebellion for them. For the cost of 900 men. Siege down their port. And I mean, our armies in Africa are looking pretty solid. And there's really not too much else we can really accomplish in Europe. Not accomplish, I mean, like, there's not enough manpower left in Europe to really build more troops. We might just need to start sending troops from Africa up to the north, which actually I think makes perfect sense. Do you have any transport ships in this fleet? You have 6. We're going to build up some troop transports. Only 4 in Europe? Build 10, 10. Rally points. Disable this rally point for now. At least until all these guys are built. And you know what? Let's go for an 8-hour workday. Yeah, these should all be done pretty soon as well. But we do want to send... You actually don't go there. Go to Calabar. Don't come to Amsterdam. Actually, I think every port around here is going to be closer to Calabar anyways. Because the Suez Canal has not been built yet. The Panama Canal has been built. The Americans do own that now. It's just that nobody has Egypt in their sphere. And I don't know how yet. I mean, they are a secondary power, so they're actually no longer uncivilized. Which does make them harder to conquer for sure. Germany, I think, is probably going to win both these races. If I was Italy, I would just focus on trying to do one at this point. Because right now, 665 to 173. Yeah, like, that's kind of the end of it here. It's not 100% flash tension. Unless one of you guys are at war, which you're not. You're allied to the Austrians and Russia. Do not accept an alliance. There's probably going to be a crisis in, over a bunch of sand in Western Sahara. But I do think that this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.